Ready.
Alright, today we're going to be doing a demonstrative speech for my Communication 110 class. We're going to be doing how to assemble a piston. First thing we're going to go over is the different tools needed to do this job. Not very many tools needed. You need your snap ring pliers, ring spreading tool, some oil or lube plate or some sort of lubricant. Now we're going to go over the different parts of the piston. We got the piston itself right here. We got our rings, and then our connecting rod, our wrist pin right there, and we got some snap rings. For convenience, since I don't have a vise, I'm going to go ahead and put the rings on. So first we got our full control ring. I'll spread it apart, slide right down. On the oil control ring, you want the expander 180 degrees from the ring gap. So then we got our first compression ring there marked with the top. So just put it in there, spread it apart. Top ring right here, it's also marked. Sometimes it's easier to just not use the spreading tool on the top ring because it's pretty wide. Like I said before, each ring is marked with the top. The older style oil control rings don't have a certain direction they need to go. You can flip them upside down or whichever way, doesn't matter. But the newer ones will often be marked. And you don't want any of the ring gap over the wrist pin or piston pin right there. You don't want any of the ring gaps line up. You want them all staggered so they're different spots. If you don't line them up correctly or you have them over the piston pin or wrist pin, you can have high blow by or oil consumption. Now we're going to connect the connecting rod with the piston. The exhaust side of the piston will have a deeper spot than any other. That needs to line up with the numbers on the side of the connecting rod. Once you have your pin in there, you can take your snap ring pliers and put this other snap ring in there. I had one snap ring already in there. Got that in there. So we got them in there. If you don't get them in there correctly, they could pop out, and you don't want them to pop out while the engine's running because the engine's not going to stop for that snap ring coming out. Like I said, if you don't have that snap ring seated in there correctly on either side, the piston will come apart and you're going to have something like that. The connector rod's just going to go round and round and put a nice big hole in the block. Also, if you have the rings in the wrong spot, cause smoking, power loss, oil consumption, engine failure if you don't have them in the right spot. So in conclusion, we all know pistons are one of the most important parts of the engine. If you don't put them together correctly, damage can definitely occur to the engine. The piston rings also, I mean, they're the main compression of the diesel engine, and that's one of the most important parts. So it's really important that you get them in there correctly, get them in the right order, the facing the right way, the top facing up, and that the gap is in the right spot. I would like to thank y'all for taking your time. If anybody has any questions or comments or concerns, feel free to ask me.
Thank you for a nice presentation.
Yeah, thank you. I got a works cited page on the next page if y'all wanna check out where I got some of my information. Most of the information was from QuickServe, but I got some other things from various sites on the internet. I just wanna thank you again for your time.